So you were flipping houses. And again, I always like looking for repeating patterns, right? So repeating pattern one is you'd have probably stayed
100%.
in the dentist place if it wasn't for some external circumstance. If God didn't look down and say, this is not serving her, I need to create some drama so she gets out of here or she'll stay forever.
Yeah.
And then you start flipping houses and you're probably making some decent money doing that.
Excellent money.
Making decent money.
Yeah.
You got the commissions on the real estate side. You're solving problems in there. You're cutest house on the block, which I can tell you're still proud of. These different things. That's all going. And then God says, nope.
Yeah.
She's still underperforming to her potential. So let me throw an economic crisis, 2008, 2009 at her, which at the time was probably traumatic.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
What were you guys thinking when this all happens? Because it had to be like the golden years for,
yeah. I was in my 50s, thought
yeah.
we were going to retire here. This was great.
Yeah.
We were traveling. Everything was wonderful. And,
What was the conversation with you and your husband when the economic crisis hit?
well, it wasn't just one time. I mean, it gradually hit.
2008 was just the beginning rumblings.
Right.
2009, it got kind of ugly, right?
And I tell you, it's really a feeling. One day you're standing there at your house and your husband's outside mowing the lawn and a car drives up, our neighbors drive up and start talking to him. And pretty soon this police car comes in the driveway. And I look out the window, I see the police car, I see Tom, I see him talking to the neighbors, and I'm like, oh crap. Tom, just go talk to him. Well, the neighbors are saying, oh my heck, what's going on? You better go see. And Tom's like, nah, Robin can handle it. It's fine.
So what was the deal?
That policeman walked up to the front door,
Yeah.
rang the doorbell, and I looked out the window and I'm like, please stop. Just stop him. Rang the doorbell again. I answered the door and he said, are you Robin Frank? Here's your papers.
And what were the papers?
Foreclosures.
So on the houses that you owned at the time, he's still emotional now. Why is it still emotional now? Is the best thing that ever happened to you?
It was, but here I am. My neighbors are watching me.
So it's embarrassing.
The big loser. And oh my gosh.
It's okay. I got Kleenex
It's
somewhere.
okay. We'll wait.
Here, no, we got some.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, it hits your soul.
Yeah.
And
So
we tend to base our self-esteem on our worth on the money we make.
Or the opinions of the people around us.
Yes.
And the people around you were like whispering, oh, nope, they're in trouble. They're in trouble.
And I could just hear the conversation out there because, you hide it. You don't want anybody to know.
Sure.
And I could hear the conversation out there. What's going on? And Tom had to say, well, we're losing something.
Yeah. So was it your own home or was it another home that you were
No,
flipping?
we had 7 properties we were flipping that we lost. So.
You lost all 7. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. Somebody walked in and bought them for a song, I'm sure.
One house we bought on a golf course, we bought it for $450,000.
Mm-hmm.
We put $150,000 into it.
Mm-hmm.
Went foreclosure for $225,000.
$225,000. What's it worth today?
Oh, probably $1.5 million, maybe 2, probably. Yeah.
1.5, 2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've had that same story.
Yeah.
I mean, 2001, I'm like pinching myself. Life is perfect.
Yes.
I'm building a $4 million dream house. It's half built. I'm driving in my golf cart on Halloween, driving the kids from house to house. And I got like, I don't know, $7 or $8 million worth of stock. I'm making $1 million a year. This is 20 some years ago.
Wow.
In 90 days, it was all gone. Oh. The whole portfolio.
It sucks.
The house is in foreclosure. We ended up selling it out of foreclosure. Income gone. Everything. And why that all happened is a different story. But best thing
ever happened to you.
that could have ever happened. If I could go back in time, I would not change one piece of it. Even though at the time I felt like I couldn't breathe really,
Right.
like
Right.
my breathing was shallow. It was hard to take a deep breath.
Did you gain weight?
I'm not sure if I gained weight, but I sure gained a lot of stress. I didn't have a lot of sleep. I got shingles as kind of a stress reaction, which is a very painful thing to get.
Horrible.
The worst part of all of that was the nights.
Yes.
Did I ever tell you about my little coping mechanism of how I dealt with drama like that?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you. Everything in my life got shut down, legal and everything in a thousand directions. It was like career Armageddon. Okay, like what is happening? I get audited by IRS in the same exact period of time. Oh. I mean, all different kinds of stuff that was happening. So I was so triggered by the phone ringing.
Yes.
Because there was no caller ID.
Yes.
So I couldn't filter somebody yelling at me versus somebody encouraging me. I couldn't see who was calling me. And then the mail was also another PTSD. I still can't look at mail because, the different colored notifications, and then you get certified mail. Yeah. All of that stuff.
The policeman drives in your driveway.
Oh my gosh, freaked me out. Everybody talking about everything. So I did two things. One is I decided to only think about my problems 3 hours a week from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Monday. I opened every piece of mail and I looked at it. I called every creditor directly. Okay, I called them up, got them on the phone, told them what I could or couldn't do. They yelled and screamed and yelled and screamed. I'm going to do this. You do what you want to do. I'm not going anywhere. If you push harder, I'll probably have to file bankruptcy. I don't want to. I want to be able to pay you. I plan on being able to pay you. So do your best. I'm calling you. How many clients are calling you?
Good.
They said no, none, zero. Okay, so I'll call you next week and I'll give you an update. This week I got $200 or whatever. Okay, so I called everybody. And then when 1 o'clock came, I closed it all up. I put it aside and I went to work. I did what I could control. And after like 3-4 weeks, I was like in good relationships basically with everybody from credit card people to attorneys to IRS to Minnesota State Tax, everything. And they're like, you don't need to call. Just shoot us a note every once in a while, give us an update.
Cool.
Now I can breathe, right? That was my coping mechanism to get through that particular season that worked for me. Either it's going to consume 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or it's going to consume those 3 hours. It's going to suck. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be ugly. I'm going to put on those muddy, dirty clothes and I'm going to go through it and I'm going to face it and I'm going to call everybody. I'm not going to avoid it. I'm not going to hide. And then the rest of the week, and then I told all of them, the rest of the week I'm going to work so I can get back to you with a better number. So let me work, do what you will, but let me work. So that worked for me. Good. So this situation's happening to you, and it does make you question, like I worked my whole life for all of this, and what's it all about? The other thing I did is I don't think I've ever shared this. We're in a little country club, okay, and in the little country club neighborhood, everybody knows everything. Everybody knows who's sleeping with everybody. Everybody knows what if you changed your couch in your living room. Everybody knows everything. So I just went up to the clubhouse right in the middle of it and just told every single person my story. Here's what's going on. Don't bet against me. You'll be wrong. I'll be back. It's fine. But right now it's pretty shitty, but enjoy your drink, enjoy your dinner. And I just basically faced it, looked them all in the eye. And instead of feeling like I was going to be intimidated by all the whispers, right?
Well, that was it.
Yeah.
Now our neighbors knew.
Yeah.
After that police car came in, and I thought I was going to die. I did. Sucked.
So were you able to keep your house or no?
We kept our house.
Okay. But you lost the 7. Okay. Did you have to file?
I did.
Okay.
Filed bankruptcy.
No fun.
And then you feel like,
Starting over.
yeah, your self-esteem goes down the drain.
Yeah.
And we had no money to eat, nothing. You know that feeling. It was like we had nothing.
Right.
So one day, my daughter Brittany hauls me to a little trade show, What a Woman Wants. And we went in there and we found this $5 jewelry. And I'm like, so who cares?
This is like what, 2000 what?
2010.
2010. So you're in the middle of the pit of despair.
Right. Right.
And you're just surviving, finding ways.
Barely.
I got encouragement from a couple different kind of unexpected sources. One was a guy I knew kind of casually in the neighborhood. He just called and said, hey, I'm hearing things are rough, and I just want you to know we're thinking about you. That was nice. And then another guy who was like very influential guy in the neighborhood, he said, people like you, I never count them out because you'll always find a way. I was like, that was nice of him to say.
Yeah.
He didn't have to say that, but I borrowed it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
That's cool.
can't count me down. He said, yeah, you're like those real estate development guys. They'll boom and bust, but don't bet against them because they're gonna find a way to creatively come up with a solution, right?
Yeah.
So during these couple years, is your husband still trying to do real estate at the same time, or what?
Yeah, I was
Doing
helping
short
him.
selling.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
what
like
we
that?
were doing, short selling and trying to stay on top of it a little bit and
Just surviving,
surviving.
keeping the wolves away from the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit behind on bills and stuff, but just managing because your credit's wrecked anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like going through it.
Yeah. And you
Right.
have no credit cards anymore.
Right.
You have nothing.
Right.
And so it's just like penny to penny every day.